Hello.
Hi.
Happy podcast day.
Hello.
How's
Happy
it going,
podcast
Brandy?
day. It's great. I feel like you always crack a joke right before we go on, so the intro is always me giggling.
Well, again, every time I try and start this darn thing, I get scared. It's just like...
Are we recording?
We are recording.
Okay,
we're
we're good.
27 seconds in, which is good.
Okay.
But no, it's just like starting the intros. It's like, okay, I've literally gone back and forth with the couple and the coordinator, and they're like waiting on me, and I'm giving the thumbs up to the photographers and videographers, make sure that they're ready. They've given me all the thumbs up. I'm like, okay, now
Hit
it's
the
on.
button.
Like now, let's go. Hit the button. Press start.
You can do it.
Let's get the song going. Once I hit the song, it's like, all right, here we go.
I'm just
So I
gonna
hit
be your-
record. We're going.
I'm just gonna be your hype girl from now
There
on.
you-
Be like, you can do it. Hit the
Yes.
button.
Yeah, hit the button.
Hit the button.
I
Gotta do it.
Yes. So, this is The Scoop, Weddings Unveiled, Tim Schaus, TLS Entertainment, your premier DJ, and of course, the wonderful and beautiful Brandy Harlan.
Hello.
Hello. I need to update something real quick. Hold on.
Oh no.
No, you're good.
I never know what you're gonna make my title. It's ever changing, but I like it.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, cool. We're good.
You can tell me what it says now.
It just says wedding planner, non-retired.
Okay.
The usual.
They use.
You're not retired. So,
Nope.
yeah, this is episode, I think, 30-something, 32.
Two.
32.
I think so, yeah.
We are, and this is, technically, we're in wedding season 2 of this
Yes.
podcast.
Yeah.
So if we're doing seasons, like wedding, like
Happy 2 year season.
this is season number 2,
And our anniversary is
October.
is it October? Because
Yes.
I saw like I don't know, something said November, like early November. I don't know. I saw something pop up, so I
don't
we
think
just
I
have to go
started-
back to the exact date.
You know what? Do you know what happened?
We recorded.
We
a few,
recorded like 6
and then we pushed
before
them
we
out.
started pushing them out,
Yeah,
and we started recording them in October,
yeah.
and then I started putting them on YouTube and so forth.
So yeah.
So if you are listening, or if you're watching, if you are listening to us on, like we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, anywhere you can listen to Spotify, Amazon, anywhere you can listen to podcasts, we are there. If you want to watch us, and you can see us on screen, we're on
See what we
YouTube.
look like.
Yeah, see what we look like. Put a name to a face. Although there's an image of us on the podcast.
yeah,
so
true. Yeah.
anyway,
Which got updated.
hey.
Yes.
Ayo. But you can also watch us. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can watch.
We look good.
We can watch the podcast
That's
on
why.
YouTube. Just look for TLS Entertainment, and then there's a bunch of different things on there, and you can also check us out. Check out TLS Entertainment.
Check us out.
So, yeah. So
So,
thank
yeah,
you guys for
32.
listening. We're back, and what's up?
What'd you do this weekend?
Let's see here. Well, it is football season, the beginning of football season. So I did a 24-hour trip. I headed up to Philly.
Fly Eagles fly.
Fly Eagles fly. It was not a great win, but they won a win nonetheless.
Yeah.
So I went up Thursday. They played the Vikings. They won, came back Friday, and then had an event Saturday. Saturday I had a 50th birthday party, which was a lot of fun. It was at a place called Waterworks here in Sarasota. And many people don't know about it because it's a very private, members-only building facility, and it's actually right next to the TV station that I work at. If you look near it, it looks like there's
Water tower?
No. Oh my gosh, my mind's going blank.
Offices?
It looks like an office building, but right behind it is a storage unit.
Oh, a
That's what I was
storage
going
unit. Okay.
Yeah, it just looks like a storage unit. In front of that is like this building that looks like just like an office building. But you go inside and it's like, holy cow. This is not an office building.
I like this concept.
And it's it's members only. There's a personal membership for the year, which is, again, these are rough numbers, about $4,000 a year.
Okay.
And then there's a corporate membership, which is roughly around $16,000 a year. They have really cool things. They're open Monday through Friday or something like that. Yeah, Monday through Friday. They have lunches there. You have your own locker with your liquors and so forth.
Oh, wow.
What else? It's just a really cool vibe. It's all brick, like an interior brick, open.
Industrial look.
Exactly the type of like wedding venue. If we were to have one, it would be very...
Yes.
It would be it.
Keep your eye on that building. It goes up for sale.
Okay. But the really cool thing is, so for the corporate membership, if you are a corporate member, which again is like 16 a year, 16,000 a year, you actually are able to rent out the building on a Saturday or Sunday for free. It's included in the membership.
That's a great perk.
Right.
I think more venues should maybe offer, or maybe we should open something like that.
Or we just, maybe we partner with him.
Something.
We need to have him on the podcast.
That's right.
But it was really cool. I got some cool videos.
How big is it?
It's 2 stories. I will say that it's not the greatest load in and out for a vendor.
I was gonna say, what were the negative?
Yeah, that was really the only negative. They have like a pool room table. They've got a cigar bar.
Oh wow.
What else? Like they've got a bar.
Is it men only, or is it like it doesn't matter?
For some reason, when I initially heard of this place like a while ago, I thought it was men only. I don't know if that's the case because I saw women in there.
Well, for the party, I'm sure there was women,
right? But I don't know if it's like I don't think it's a men. I don't think
gentlemen only.
I don't think it's gentlemen only. I think it's just like a private members bar.
Okay.
Facility thing, but it was so cool, and they actually had a photo booth too, which I really really liked. So I might have to look into what type of photo booth they had because it was really cool. It was all digital.
Was it mirrored or was it like what was it?
It was very similar to mine actually, but just like an updated version.
Oh, okay.
Not that honestly, I feel like the DSLR camera I use is much better, and the actual quality of the photos that I have are much better. But
it's the outer parts that you're.
Well, the iPad that functions. The iPad is kind of phasing out. Yeah. Not phasing out, but it's older.
Upgrade.
Yeah, it needs an upgrade. But anyway, I was upstairs and I was in the pool room.
Oh, cool.
And it was really it was really cool. Downstairs, I mean, the whole setup was really really nice. I had uplighting in there. It was his 50th birthday party. And I was just playing. It was basically just me playing music for like 75 people, 80 people. Just having a good time, drinking.
Host our own event.
Well, again, I want to throw my 10-year anniversary party.
That's right.
I want to throw a 10-year anniversary party, which is
step 1, yes.
Which is in 2024, which is next year. So I'm in the planning processes of that now. That place is an idea. If I can find somebody who's a member there, I can use their.
Especially if they're not using them.
Right. Yeah. But you have to have a membership to use the facility. So
we should have them on the podcast.
We should, and be like, hey.
So
podcast, and I throw a party.
Yeah, and let's do that. That's awesome.
So that was my weekend, and then this upcoming weekend is like, okay, balls to the wall. It is wedding season. Like, it's here. Like, we've had sporadic weddings and events the past few weeks, but this upcoming week, we're heading towards the end of September now, and now we are like full force into wedding season. I think we got 6 weddings this upcoming weekend.
I feel like September is kind of like your slow. Like,
it's like your preseason.
It is. It's like
it's like you're getting ready.
You're getting ready, and then October, it's like forget it.
Boom, you're in.
Punched in the gut.
Yep, and I've got some new slogans that so I'm doing a little revamp of my brand.
I like it.
More of a facelift, not a rebrand, but more of a facelift.
Okay.
So I'm actually currently working on that, and I've got some new things coming.
I'm excited to see it.
So, it's a TLS thing.
It is. Nobody else would understand but us. I mean, I think I would understand.
People will understand
as soon as they see it.
As soon as they hire TLS.
You will know.
Your official DJ of your wedding.
That's right. Well, I was at a bridal show this weekend.
So, Brandy, what did you do this weekend?
I was at a bridal show this weekend. And it's funny because I haven't done a bridal show since I did my own.
Yeah.
Since that.
I saw the bridal show.
Yeah.
Or I saw, and I was actually asked if I wanted to be a vendor or participate in it. I originally wasn't supposed to be here this weekend. I was supposed to be out of town. So I didn't do it. But I've also, in years past, just haven't had the greatest experience. Like with the one at Mixon's that you've put together, that has always done well.
Well, I feel like that is a targeted group. So the way that I built that bridal show was, It was only vendors that were preferred vendors,
Yes.
and ones that we had worked with and were on the list, and people were coming because they were in inclusive packages or whatever, and they were coming to taste the food, check out the face with the name, and see what decor options and things like that. Because we really kind of went big, like we kind of brought all the big hitters for
I
it.
remember.
And we didn't let anything left unturned. So,
No.
and it was the overall experience. It was immersive, I would say. It wasn't just like you go in, you watch a fashion show, and you visit a few vendors.
Right, but you had little areas for. I mean, because it was like during football season. It was like, did you do it on a
We
Saturday
had a
or
men's
Sunday?
lounge. Yeah, we had a Sunday.
Yeah, actually, it was towards the end of football season because we had playoffs and.
We had leather furniture and red rope, and the guys had their own bartender. Yeah,
that's really cool.
Because honestly, it's like bridal shows are never meant for the guys. It seems like, you know, if it's not geared towards
ultimately
helping them.
Ultimately, for a couple,
yes,
yeah, it's typically the women,
ladies,
the ladies that are doing the planning. The guys are usually given the instructions to look out for the entertainment.
Yeah.
That's really
Tweeds was next to me, and so they were at the bridal show this past weekend, and they were somewhat busy. I will say that it was their first one, so it's the Bridal Exchange group.
Yeah.
It's the Bixby family, so it's the first bridal show.
They used to own, or do they still? I don't think. I think they sold.
They sold Lone
Oak
Acres. Yeah. And I saw Sashi, and so she runs that, and I saw Anna Dunn, and she's at Wandering Oaks, and Innovative Dining was next to me, so I ate some good food. But I think that because it was great for what it, you know, being a first one. Proud. Good job, Amber. Like, you guys really did a great job. I think timing was a little off because as soon as the fashion show was over, everybody kind of left. And that happened at 1:30. So by 2 o'clock, it started at 12. By 2 o'clock,
oh my gosh,
it was quiet. But we got hit hard from 12 to 2. And then we were kind of just like, okay.
What? How many vendors were there?
I don't know.
Were there a lot? Oh, there were a lot.
I mean, we took up half of the Robarts, that
Robarts
one
Arena,
little section, yeah. And so I would say at least 50 vendors.
Okay.
Definitely 50. And then she actually went around, which does not happen at other trade shows or events. She went around and said, hey, if we don't have anybody come in the next 10, 15 minutes, if you would like, you can go ahead and start breaking down, but we're still letting people come in if they do show up.
Okay.
So I think like one more couple came in between like 2:30 and 3:15, and I was like, okay.
Any other entertainment companies that you can recall?
Complete Weddings was there. Events Done Right was there.
Oh, really? Events Done Right. I know he's based in Tampa. I know Complete.
Yeah, I didn't he wasn't there. Ed Grubb from 94.1, he wasn't there. It was somebody else. Okay. I was going to go say hey.
And I always see Complete at every single wedding show.
Yeah. What was interesting about what they brought around, which is a great marketing tool, he brought me a lanyard. But when you clip open the lanyard, it's a USB. And so it's all of the like touches of their videos and their information and everything on a USB, but it's cool. A lanyard. I was like, and when he handed it to me, I was like, this is probably like a USB. And he starts talking to me, and he was like, he opens up, and here's a USB. And I was like, I knew it. But it also is functional. So it was kind of a really unique way of presenting information. I will say that my booth was pretty busy because nobody's really heard of us.
Right.
And so because we're the mission based of, you know, providing, you know, evidence based programs for, you know, first responders, trauma survivors, and helping professionals, that was really appealing. And honestly, there was one moment because everybody at Resilient Retreat and the Retreat Sarasota, we're all trauma informed and trauma trained. So we take crisis calls. So one of the really things that they told me in the beginning when I joined the team is like, you know, you could be doing a tour of our facility, and it could be that someone has a moment of like realization, or what you're saying about the mission triggers them. And that happened on Saturday. Or on Sunday. And so it was really a special moment that I got to share with someone there. And she was in tears, and I was able to offer support. So in addition to being a wonderful venue and things like that, it really does give back. And so I was able to talk to her and kind of empower her, and she's going to look into some of our, you know, programs and things like that. And cool. And statistically speaking, I think they say that survivors don't report or acknowledge or try to even recover from their trauma for 10 to 15 years after it happens. This lady was in her 70s.
Wow.
So
Sheesh.
it was just, it was really kind of it's a double-edged. It's nice to be that support, but it's also crappy that we have to,
Yeah,
those
but you're
things happen.
providing that
Yeah.
outlet for
Yeah.
people, which is cool.
So it was nice to kind of have that happen, but a lot of people were excited to see Journey. I did take a picture of Journey with me. Journey is our therapy dog.
I was gonna say, who's Journey?
Yeah, he's our therapy dog, and we have a mounted picture of him with sunglasses or with his spectacles on, black glasses. And as much as I would love to have him with me, he was not. But I took a picture, and it was busy. I would say between 100 to 125 couples came through. I'd say.
Yeah, that's
And I bought the list, so I didn't have to worry
You
about
had
people.
to purchase the list?
Mm-hmm.
That didn't come with you guys
No, it
buying a
was additional.
space?
It was additional.
How much, if you don't mind me asking?
$40.
No, how much was to be a vendor?
$3.95, I think.
Really?
$2.95, something like that.
Okay.
I have to double check. But I mean,
Alright.
I got a 10 by 10 booth. I had a table. I had chairs. I had 2 chairs. I
Electricity?
didn't use the chairs. No, I didn't get any electricity. Electricity was like $25, I think. But it's usually more at every bridal show I've done. And then I was able to get my linens from Linens by the Sea, and so I picked those up, and they gave them to me courtesy. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, and so I loaded up my car with like furniture and chairs.
Yeah,
and
it was a nice
stuff
little setup.
from the office and set everything up. It was really good. I forgot what it's like to be at a bridal show because it feels so like catcalling at times because they're walking down the middle and you got that vendor, hey, and you got this vendor over here, hey, and it can be a lot.
Yeah.
So for me, I just I don't really pounce on people that way. I just let them I just say, hi, how are you? And
Yep.
they'll be like, oh, good. I'm like, have you chosen your wedding venue yet? I don't be like, hey, have you?
Come here.
Yeah, like come see. So there's a certain way of working it.
No, I agree. I mean, I've done many trade or like wedding shows.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done quite a bit in like the Tampa area. Sarasota hasn't
Yeah.
had as many as
No.
of late. So
And I haven't had success with the Sarasota ones.
I haven't had
as much.
I haven't really had success with any of them. Like
You know
there was
the-
one at the Ritz, didn't have
Yeah.
any success there. I thought this was going to be great.
Yeah.
Nope, didn't. And I obviously I track everything. I track the leads. I
Yep.
track the bookings, and the most I ever received was from Mixins.
Yeah. Well, and the other one that I did that I really enjoy is the one that's the fairgrounds. The Florida Expo wedding show, bridal show.
In St. Pete or Tampa, the fairgrounds.
Orient
Yeah,
Road.
in
So
Tampa.
yeah, Tampa. So that one's coming up again in March. So I'm probably gonna do the one in March.
Yeah,
But
I've never had-
like you, I track all of my leads and I follow them from like lead to booking. And that's the only one. Like we used to do the one for what was the magazine that we used to do them for?
Nuovo.
Nuovo. I used to track all of my leads.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you I even booked a tour from those shows.
The last one I did, I think I did with Nuovo or with one of them that was local. I was like a presenting sponsor, and
I was
nothing.
too. Remember the big, huge booth that we did together at the Grove? Me and you booked a Tennessee wedding. That's what it was.
that was there.
Yeah. Remember I had Beniva in and Weber Scenic did the arch and then we did all the decor and then you did you had your stuff over there as well. And then Ying Photography had all like it was a combination of like a whole
Why
bunch
doesn't
of us.
I have a question? Why doesn't Swell put together?
A bridal show?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I don't know. It's a good idea. Hey Jordan.
And that should be included in your membership.
Maybe. Because getting a space is pretty. And then you have to pay for the pipe and drape and the tables and the chairs. And there's a lot of expenses on the backside. So I would say a fee, but not anything huge.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
And I would say what a pro tip is to have giveaways going around the whole entire time. Entice more people to be there because you can literally take all your vendors, add up what the perceived value of the giveaways are. And it shouldn't be like it should be just like something off. It shouldn't be like, if you buy this, you get a word in a certain way. But say you take all your vendors and the value of what everyone brings to give away, you could advertise saying over $50,000 in giveaways. That's huge.
Yeah.
And you could win more than once because you're
100%.
going to put your name in all the different
Well,
vendor things.
and there was another group very similar to Swell previously. I think it was called like Sarasota Wedding Professionals or something. Is that
Weddings of Sarasota?
Weddings of Sarasota? That's what it was. Yeah. And they would host I think 1 or 2 bridal shows a year.
Yeah.
But they would actually do it like they would do a TV campaign.
Yeah.
To promote it, and they would do all these things. Jordan,
I mean,
we need to have a conversation.
For my bridal shows, I did a lot of Facebook and Instagram ads, but I also ran kind of digital ads too, out with just different magazines. We would talk to the newspapers, we would do press releases, and we put it in every signature, every email. It was just everywhere. And we would email everybody that had toured or come for a tour in like the last 6, 7, 8, 9 months, because it took me about 9 months to plan my bridal shows. I think she planned hers in just like 2 or 3 months, from what I understand. So 9 months takes, I mean, there's a lot of precision to it too, because ours was logistically different, because you arrive in one spot, you take the tram to another spot, because everything was so spread out. And that's probably what would happen when I do my one at the retreat, is that we'll have to have like golf cart carriages and things like that. And to kind of, because we've got the reflection pond in the back. And so there's a lot of, but that will be coming. I'm shooting for the end of February for my bridal show.
Okay. Nice.
That'll be good. My vendor showcase, I'm calling it.
Vendor showcase.
Yeah, because I want to be inclusive. And so even if you're coming for a corporate, or if you are a same-sex couple, or if you're coming for a wedding, vendor showcase, is, I think, more inclusive than just a bridal show.
Sure.
So, yeah. So that's what I did this weekend. And I watched baseball. Sean played baseball literally in the fields behind Robards. So I didn't see him on Saturday because I was setting up. And then he won 2 games on Saturday, and then he won 2 games on Sunday, and they lost their 3rd game on Sunday. But he got a ring bling. It was not great.
Was it 15-7?
It was a lot less. He had a lot. I think they had less. I think it was like 17 or 18. It was mercy ruled.
How old is your son?
12.
Oh, he's 12. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
No, the reason why I asked my boss here at the TV station, his son is 8 and mercy ruled
another team. Yeah.
That's why I was like, was it?
But he did get a ring. He's been wanting like hardware, like a ring, because he always ends up with like, the trophy. Sure. And the first place got the trophy, and he was like, I'm good with 2nd place, Mom. I got bling. He came out like holding it like a Super Bowl ring on his hand, and he was so proud. And they did really good, and he caught for like the first time in like a year and a half. So it was fun to see him, and he played second base too, and he hadn't ever played that. So it was fun for me to see him kind of be in different spots and just own it.
Awesome.
Because he usually plays center, and they call him the vacuum.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my weekend.
All right.
Besides, just hanging out Friday night dinner and all that fun stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we've got a special guest today.
Yeah.
And it's something that's you don't really see in the wedding.
I can't say that I've seen it in the normal world, and definitely not in the wedding world. Like, it's not something that people think about, but they should.
Yes. And this one's for you all.
Yay,
so
to the guys.
To the guys. So we've got a special guest, and his name is Smiley from so it's Smiley's Mobile Barber. Is that correct?
Yes, Smiley's Mobile Classic Cuts and Shaves.
All right,
Ooh,
Smiley's
classic.
Mobile Classic Cuts and Shaves. Now, Smiley, you are my barber, and I come to you. I probably come to you like every 2 weeks. I want to say maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. But you do a great job, my friend, and you have like a mobile. What would you say? A mobile, a mobile bus that you can basically,
He's like, sure.
Mobile bus.
a mobile bus that you have basically renovated and turned it into your own mobile barber shop. And you have one chair, correct?
Got one chair.
As of right now.
As of now, correct.
So you've got one chair, and you can essentially pull up on site to a wedding venue. And if guys want to get cut up, well, not cut up. If they want to get them, if they want,
Scary.
if they want to get some fresh,
We're trying to help him.
if they want to get some fresh cuts, yeah, right. If they want to get some fresh cuts for their big day, like for he and the groomsmen, or the boys or anybody, that's part of the wedding party, the family, whatever, you can pretty much take care of them, right?
For sure. Good. Right on the spot.
Right on the
your
spot.
Convenience.
So how many cuts? How would you say? Like how many cuts can you have in if you were to do a how many cuts could you probably do? What am I trying to say?
How many,
Help me out,
how many
Brandy.
cuts would you be able to do if you were to pull up to a wedding venue
Before the wedding.
before the wedding?
Let's just say it's
happens?
it's
say it's in the morning and you pull up at like 9 a.m. and there's 7 groomsmen. Would you be able to get that done by like noon?
I always go depending on what time they got to be ready. They say 2 o'clock. I should aim for 1 o'clock. But
you'll be done by 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll be done by 1 o'clock,
okay.
and I have them enough time.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
that's
if I
what a
get
lot of makeup artists do
Yeah.
too. They'll work backwards that way.
That, or I'll just start at 7 a.m. early 7 a.m. Get there 6:30, 7 a.m. But
Yeah.
get
Now,
So-
do you suggest men get their hair cut the day of the wedding? Because I have seen some men go from rehearsal, go get a haircut, come
And then-
back for wedding, and have this much white space around the base of their neck, or they shave their whole head, or it's just not a good look. There's only so much you can do with photography. So what do you suggest they do?
everyone has their own style, different. Some get their hair cut a week before or days before, and then go to the beach, tan up that line, and then depending. Well, you get those one guys that want the fresh, crispy haircut right before.
Yeah.
And they're from
Crispy.
Yeah.
Crispy. I like it.
Clean.
So
Yeah.
can I backtrack?
Sure.
Tell us who you are.
Oh, yeah.
How did you get started? Where are you from? All that good stuff. That's what I want to know.
All right.
All those things.
Yeah. Thank you, Brandy.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
My
It's
name's
okay.
Ismail. I go by Smiley. I'm from Palmetto, Bradenton area.
Mhm.
Grew up here. Went to high school to Palmetto. I would
How long have you been a barber?
10 years. This August would be 10 years. Yeah.
So since he was
Yeah.
10.
So it sounds like
He
Licensed
was like
professional barbers.
10 or 12.
10 years. Yeah.
And so
Um,
in your family, so you're bilingual?
Yep.
Yep.
Bilingual. Parents are from Mexico. I was born and raised here.
Nice.
Yep. I always helped my father out. He was like an entrepreneur as well. So I always stuck around him and showed me how to work and how to be places on time. And
That's
time
important.
is everything.
Yes.
So I learned that at a young age. And
if
thank
you're
you for
on
that.
if you're early,
He's looking at me.
if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late, Brandy.
Yep.
Oh.
So, um,
Yeah, I
yeah.
get it.
And then from there, I don't know, graduated high school. I just just looking for, I knew college wasn't for me, just looking for an opportunity, just to see what was out there. A lot of jobs here and there. I was like, wasn't feeling it. A buddy of mine did barbering as a hobby, and I seen it, and I fell in love with it. I saw it, I was like, this is cool.
Mm-hmm.
You're jamming out, listening to music, talking to your buddies, and,
Yeah.
So my wife.
Is it very similar to the barbershop movies?
Yeah.
Is it a form of artwork for you too?
Yeah, that too. Yep, for sure. Without an eraser.
Yeah.
I never
So you-
thought of it like
Without an
that.
eraser.
Once it's
If-
gone,
Once it's got, bro, told you not to
Yikes.
move.
So have you ever had some oops like in the beginning? Like, oh
Oh,
boy.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, in the beginning.
What kind of
yeah.
stories you got for
Yeah,
us?
right?
Man,
They will humble you.
yeah.
I've been humbled many times.
Same.
I worked next to this old guy, he's a master barber in Northwest Bradenton, and he would see all my errors and all the mistakes, and learned a lot from him. A lot of classic techniques, barber techniques from him. But yeah, I would volunteer at a shelter place when I first started off, just
Oh,
giving
that's
away
great.
haircuts.
Oh, nice.
Yep. That was fun. Go home, watch YouTube videos, go there.
Hey, let me try this out on you real quick.
I love
they were
that.
so thankful.
Whoops.
They were so happy. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Do you
They're
still
like-
do that and offer that service sometimes, or would
not,
you?
Not at the moment. I'm so busy at the time, just
Yeah.
trying to provide for the family, trying to, my businesses and stuff. But I do recommend it for someone that wants a upcoming barber and wants to give back. And like I said, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
They ain't
Yeah.
gonna be mad at you.
And now they won't.
Yeah,
be
so
mad.
you've worked with other barber shops for the past few years, but then was it just last year you opened up your own?
Yep. Opened up my own little studio inside the Vault Strength and Fitness here off of US 301.
So you can get a workout
Oh,
and a
okay.
haircut.
Nice.
It's really cool.
I feel
Yeah.
like that should be like the regimen for the guys in the morning. Go work
Go work out.
All right.
and then get your hair cut, and then go take a nap, eat,
Go
like
yeah.
be on your best A game for wedding day.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
And so so you open up your own studio
Yep.
called the Vault Barber Shop or
the Vault Barber Studio.
the
and-
Vault Barber Studio
and,
inside the Vault Strength
and Fitness.
and Fitness,
Oh,
which
okay.
is near downtown Sarasota, pretty close. But then along that, how long have you been working on building this mobile side?
This happened like 2 years ago. I think when
COVID.
COVID hit. Yeah. Yeah, when
COVID really made a
hit,
lot
it
of things
It
happen.
had me
Yup.
sitting down researching things and then just trying to figure things out.
Because what else
like,
are you going to do when you're stuck at
yeah,
home?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
and
so-
people weren't wanting to leave or go out, so you're like, well, shoot, I'll just come to you.
Yep.
And your
And the
bus
one
is
chair
really
makes-
cool.
Yeah, man.
And the one chair makes a lot of sense for that too. Like, okay, you've got one chair, it's clean, it's sanitary, you're just by yourself, the
Yep.
two of you.
One on one.
So tell us like a little bit about your like the inside. Like what are some like the cool things or like
Yeah.
how you renovated this bus because it's really cool.
Let's see. I bought the bus in Jacksonville, and it was already
Was it a school
halfway.
bus?
It was already halfway a barbershop. The guy had it because he
Oh.
was using it for COVID. So when I brought it back, I revamped. Like I gave it my own taste, pretty
Yeah.
much. I redid the floors. He already had the plumbing done. He already had a solar panel on top, and like I said, I just gave it my own look.
Yeah.
So the chair is really cool. It's like a 1950. I got it from the old man I got most of my techniques from. His name was Roy King, and I redid the whole thing. I took the whole entire thing apart.
Reupholstered.
Yep, repostered it, powder coated the base, put it all back together, and that's what's sitting inside the bus now.
I
So
feel
that-
like you know more about things than just hair.
There-
He's like powder coated,
I-
reupholster, like you
grew
know
up-
how to do everything.
I grew up. My childhood was fun. Like I said, I
That's
grew up
dope.
with around cars, and we're always out and about. So, yeah, I like to figure things out. I'm not a homebody, not as much, but lately I have been.
Sure.
But I love I love cars, so I definitely know a lot about, a little bit of everything. And then throughout my years barbering, pick up,
Yeah.
listen to my clients.
Well,
See
and
what
this
they-
wedding side, this mobile side is fairly new, I would say, right? And
Oh,
you
yeah,
just kind of
totally.
started getting into the weddings side of things. You became a member of Swell.
Oh yay!
Yeah,
Congratulations,
first year.
welcome.
Yeah, thank
Yay.
you. Yeah,
Thank you.
first season.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
I
I-
already congratulated the heck out of you.
Yep.
Did you saw my post?
Yeah, so
Did I?
Yes, go DJ. That's my DJ. I put a meme up on the Swell post where you were announcing. that
Oh, when I said, "Hey, yes."
he don't pay no attention.
I have a very bad memory.
I'm always like
Ask-
hyping you up.
Ask people close to me. They'll be like, "That dude doesn't remember shit."
You don't need it. What's that song? You better hype your bestie up.
Yeah.
Yeah, those photos that he posted this past week.
Yeah, but we saw you at. Oh, that's right. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, see.
But yeah, we were at there was a Swell event this past week that
Yeah.
we were all at.
What did
Um,
you think of it?
It was at Hotel Haya in Ybor.
Ybor, and I
Ybor
hadn't been to
City.
Ybor in like 20 years.
Mm. It
Yeah.
was a cool little. They did a great job.
Harry
They did.
Potter theme. Yeah, it was
Harry
it was
Potter
really-
theme.
Yeah, it was super nice.
The
Yeah,
butterbeer, how was that? I didn't have
I
that
don't
one
know.
with the
I didn't
whiskey.
have
You had the
I had the whiskey thing.
you had the whiskey thing. How was that?
It was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
I
good.
didn't have either.
But just really cool. It was really cool just to say hello to, a lot of the wedding vendors. And I just thought it was funny because they're like, oh, look who finally decided to join the Swell.
it took long enough. I got a text from Jordan. If you had anything to do with him joining, thanks.
Oh.
I know you've been working on him for a while.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it was cool. It was cool to Smiley to see you there. And, going back to the wedding show that you were at this
Yeah.
past, did you know anything about it? Did you hear about it?
I have no idea.
That would have been a
about
good,
it.
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
wedding shows like that. Like how far will you travel?
I can go anywhere from Tampa, St. Pete, down south. I
Well,
would say.
obviously you
Yeah.
can because you can
Yeah.
drive, but
Oh.
how far will you go?
How far will I go? I would say no.
How-
I wouldn't go to Orlando.
No, okay,
So-
so
I wouldn't
Tampa.
say- okay, so I would say Tampa.
So
St. Pete.
there's actually a
um,
lot more wedding shows like in the Tampa area,
Mhm.
and that might be something for you to think of.
And you could even, I think you'd probably be able to even vend, like as far as like, $7, whatever your price is.
Right.
Like maybe do a little discount and do cuts right there. And because people be like, oh, I like what he did.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yes. I think it would be cool to showcase.
Right.
Mhm.
Like as people are coming in, you can be like, "Hey, come see," or as they're leaving, because I don't know
Mhm.
if you can take the bus inside.
Right.
But
What are the bridal
Depending on-
shows? Are you talking about?
bridal
yeah,
shows.
depending
Oh,
on where it is.
Because there's a ton of them that are up in the Tampa area. I used to do them, but for me personally, it just didn't make sense. Because I'm not stationed in Tampa. I mean, I have some DJs in Tampa now, but there's so
Yeah.
many entertainment companies. What you have is so niche
Yeah.
and so unique that I feel like you would do very well with it.
Absolutely.
And if you did a show, yeah, you could most likely just park right outside like the entrance, and they could, it's just a billboard right there.
Yeah.
You have some marketing material on the outside. Have them come inside, check out the
Mhm.
bus,
Yeah.
Right.
and
Do you operate just on solar power, so you don't need a generator?
I have a generator, but it's an inverter generator, so it's one of those quiet ones.
Okay.
So I can set it as far as I wanted to. I
Okay,
have
so he could come inside if the generator's outside.
well, yeah, again,
possibly,
depending on the venue and if
for
you're
the show.
able to drive
Pull
it
it
in.
in,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the one this weekend, they had the big, huge bay door.
Well, Robarts, you can
yeah.
definitely do that because they
Yeah.
have vehicles come inside there all the time.
Yeah.
So that would have been a cool one, but that might be something to look into. Our sim wedding, and we need to talk to Jordan about
A bridal show.
a bridal
Kind of,
show.
yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
I would be at the mobile one, October 11th.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
doing the
Yeah.
wet on wheels.
Yeah, Wet on Wheels. So we'll be there.
What is that?
The swell event
The
that's
swell
coming
event.
up in October. This dude. I'll text you.
Okay.
And put it on your calendar. You put it on your calendar.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's
Yep, we'll be
everybody
there.
that's mobile is going to be there, and it's at.
Isn't
the-
everybody mobile except for
No, like
venues?
actual mobile, like mobile bars, mobile food,
Mobile
like-
DJ, because
like-
we are technically mobile.
Are you on wheels? Do you roll
Yes,
in on
yes,
the-
I
No.
roll
Oh
my
gosh.
table in on
Do you have a
wheels.
bus?
I have a
You can
trailer.
DJ
You got a
from-
trailer?
It's wet on wheels, so it's everybody that pulls up on wheels, and their business functions out of.
He's gonna pull up in
a
his car with the
vehicle with
windows
a
down.
Heck yeah. Let me
He's
go.
gonna
I
turn it
have.
up. He's gonna go to
I
nice
will
house
pull
and
my
stuff.
trailer and I will DJ out of my trailer.
He said, "Boom."
Try me, tell me I
I
can't.
am
He
mobile.
said, "Hold up."
He's like, oh, that's what I need to do. He'll just hit the back and it'll go, and there'll be Tim in there.
That's right. What's up,
Hey.
bitches?
Put 'em out speakers on the
Hey,
outside.
hey.
Just put 'em out. See,
I am
told you I
mobile.
was mobile.
We'll make it work. Hold on, we'll figure this out. Tim.
What you got a spot for him? He could DJ inside you.
Hey,
There
that's
you
not
go.
a bad idea.
Right?
Yeah.
See,
Or outside.
that's why you keep
Or-
me around.
Put a little
Well,
tent.
that's right. Yeah, yeah. You can play a barbershop song.
What's that?
There's a song. From the movie Barbershop. Oh, how's it go?
I don't know. You tell me.
Shoot, I'll think of it.
Okay.
There's Eve is in it, I think. I don't know. There's a barbershop song.
Okay.
So I have some more questions. You have questions?
Absolutely.
Continue on.
He's
Let's
like,
go.
you've got questions to ask him. So how does it work when someone wants to book you to do wedding haircuts?
Oh yeah, there you go.
At the moment, I have my email address or SRQ Mobile Barber.
Mm-hmm.
You can just type that up, and then it has my cell number. You can shoot me a text, but I prefer email or a phone
So-
call just to get a quick quote.
Right? Because
Yeah,
I think
Just a
you're very
simple phone call.
personable, so I think
Yeah.
somebody could like jive with that. So you offer haircuts and shaves. Tell us what that would look like, that experience, if they did all your services. Like, is it hot towel? Is it like, what does that look like?
Yeah, it would be.
Do you give them beers, liquor?
Yeah.
Like, right? Like, I
those
feel
would
like
be-
it should be a
yeah.
spa experience
Right,
almost.
exactly. Those would be more like add-ons, if you
Okay.
know. But yeah, I can start like minimum will be two people. The best man and the groom, whatever, or it can go up to pretty much
As many as
as
you
many
can
as you
fit.
want.
As many as you can do prior.
7, yeah. But then most likely I'll have packages set up. Haircuts, hot towels, edges around the haircut. I'll do like a razor blade and then set you back with a nice hot towel, hot lather. Drinks, coffee. It can be mimosas. It can be whatever choice of yours.
A
Bring your own
whiskey?
cooler. Maybe
Oh.
I can just
A
you know what I'm
bourbon,
saying? Maybe,
whiskey.
Yeah, a little bourbon. That's nice.
cigars. Yeah, I can provide like the mixers and.
Do you have
know.
a TV in your bus?
Yep, got a TV. Yep, got the hotspot going so we can watch the highlights of the sports. Don't have a PS5 just yet, but
I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
come for my haircut.
it's got.
It's a 2. Can you just do a 2 around the edge?
Got you. I got you. Yeah,
Okay.
So we got some music of your choice. So I'd probably talk to the DJ the day before, be like, hey, what are these guys? What
Sure,
kind of
you can just talk
music,
to
you know?
them,
Be
and
like,
I mean,
hey,
can they
what do you
playlist
want?
Can they
so
plug
plug
in?
Yep.
So they can just plug in. So it's kind of like a party bus, but you're getting your hair
Yeah.
cut.
Yep.
Right?
With your
I
boys.
love that.
Yeah.
And then when you do like
How about
the shave,
like a dancing pole? and then hire some. I'm
That's
kidding.
after hours. Hold on.
And we've been canceled.
Just
Hold
kidding.
on.
He's like, shh,
Don't
that's
give
the
me
secret
ideas.
package.
Oh.
That's plan B.
He goes,
Well-
plan B.
Well, this ain't working. We're not.
He's like, well, I don't cut hair
Yeah,
anymore.
nope.
This is what I
Hey.
offer.
A mobile dancing
dancing.
thing.
A mobile entertainment
Yeah.
company.
Oh shoot.
Oh boy, don't tell
Yeah.
the girls.
Anyway,
So
Yeah,
when it
so-
comes to like the shave, it's like trim, and do you do like, because I've seen people do where they color in
Oh, like,
missing areas on like the hair, and
we
you
can.
do any of that?
We can.
How
and,
long does that stuff actually last?
Depending. There's a few. There's a few that'll last a few days. If I do, I'll do like very lightly. Some
Mhm.
people don't want the hard black line.
Yeah.
Or whatever color. But yeah, I can do that. I can get detailed into beards, like the mustache area, the goatee. Get really into detail. Or if you just want to shape up the beard, make it look as natural as possible, or a clean shave all the way. Yep.
It's like all
Yeah.
the beard oils
All
and all that stuff. You've
Yep.
got that going
Yep.
on.
With
so what are
Yeah,
some
nice.
costs, like rough like packages that you have from the very starting package for like a wedding package up to like your masterpiece package?
I would say anywhere from 5 to 6 groomsmen. I would say $9.99.
Okay.
So, yep, and that will give you shaves, haircuts,
Wait,
beard trim.
$9?
No,
900.
Okay, I
I'm
was
sorry.
like, wait, hold on, that's too cheap.
$999. Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
anywhere from 5 to 6 groomsmen, and I would come do pretty much
all their stuff.
For-
all their stuff.
And
4
that's
or 5
like
hours.
shaving, and they'll be,
Yep,
they'll be
yep.
walking out there fresh and
Like I
clean.
said.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I
That
like
will be a
that.
start off price, and then from there we can do add-ons, or if you have more people, if I have to bring an extra barber, there's plenty of room. I can put another chair, but yep,
That's
Nice.
awesome.
yep.
So now I want to know what's trending.
Yeah. What do you see trending for like cuts?
Yeah.
Haircut, just I would say classic, like zero fades on the side where it gets really short on the sides. Those never really go out of style. Like my boy Tim here.
Uh-huh.
Those never really
Uh-huh.
go out
Look
of
at that.
style, and they
Yep.
always look good, and they last a while. This Florida heat.
Is that called a
Yeah.
skin fade? The same thing?
Skin fade. Yeah,
Because
skin.
my son went and
low
asked for a
skin
skin fade and did not know what he was asking for.
I'm like
Yeah.
Smiley,
Yeah.
do what you do.
Do the thing.
You gotta
That's
be
when you know
careful.
you can trust a barber. Like that's how I go with my hairstylist. I'm like, she's like, so what are you doing? Do whatever.
Yeah.
Looks,
You got to be careful when you say skin fade, though. There's low, there's mid, and then there's high. So if you say skin fade,
So what's a low skin, like a low fade? Does it mean that it is lower?
yeah, a lower, just a lot tighter around the ears and around the neck area. And then you'll still be able to see, like, this area is called the C cup. And then if you go up a little higher, you won't be able to see that. And that's more like a mid fade. Or you can go like military high.
Oh, military
Yeah,
high, where
so-
it's just like a patch of
yeah.
hair on the top.
And those are
No,
more,
that's not
a
you.
low fade is more time consuming, to some barbers, some people. And then
Because
mid
it's a
fade,
lot of blending.
yeah, it's more blending.
What
so-
is mine? A low or mid?
Low.
Okay.
Yeah, low
I was
fade.
gonna say
yeah,
low.
so it takes a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm
You
always.
see more of a transition of the fade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be in there. I'm like. There've been a few times like, big day. Like, you tired? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Wake up, bro.
I do that when
You
I
didn't
go
even
for my
have to.
lash appointments. I'll be snoring.
Yeah.
Be passed
What
out.
What are some like like crazy stories or that you've seen
Yeah.
while cutting hair?
Like designs.
Or not even that, just well, yeah, I guess like designs or like people falling asleep and because they like fell asleep, they hunched over and then like you
Oops.
like
I actually
shaved
did
off
that-
their
I actually
eyebrows.
did that to my son this weekend. He has a football game, my 5-year-old.
That sucks for him.
Shouldn't have fell asleep.
They haven't had haircuts in a while, so I was telling my wife, like, yeah, just bring him over to the barbershop and I'll cut him. So the little kid, I was cutting his hair. I was just doing like a taper. He's got a mullet, so I was cutting the side like bald, and I was gonna blend it. He sneezes, and I put a big old patch in his head. I said, "Holy sh!" So instead of 30 minutes, it took me.
Oh
you know,
man.
he sneezed.
How do you
and
fix that?
just
Well, you tell him, be like,
go up
first
a
of
little
all,
higher."
let me
Yeah.
know when you're about to sneeze.
Exactly.
If something's happening, let me
Oh
know.
my
Oh.
gosh. Was he
So
upset?
mom looks at it. He's like, the fade looks a little different. I was like, yeah, if he would have never sneezed, we would have been all right.
If he told me what was going to
Yeah,
happen.
what was gonna happen? So he
Tell him
sneezed.
not to sneeze.
Yeah. We had one guy at the barber shop one time. I remember the guy laid him back, one of the barbers there. Guy passed out. He was snoring. The whole shop was just like, the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was loud snoring.
That's
Yeah, it was
crazy. Do you ever
hilarious.
see any women?
Women?
Like, do you have you ever cut?
I've had a few. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's a 2.
shorter on the sides. I used to have a 2 and it's texture on top. Some designs on lower bottom, longer hair.
I've always wanted
Yeah.
the line on the side, like
Yeah.
on this side.
A line.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
double line. You've ever seen the ladies that do like the double line on the
Those are
side?
cool. Yeah.
No.
He's so lost right now.
Yeah,
That look, he's
so,
like, don't do it.
you know,
No,
Don't
do you, boo boo?
yeah. Beards are trending too. A lot of beards. Beards are coming back.
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
almost
maintenance.
no shave November.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
they're maintenance too. Like I said, you got to keep up with the beard. So it look good when they're all shaped up and lined up, and then some people just don't mess with them and they just look sloppy.
Right?
And then they get tired of them, or their wives will be like, or girlfriend will be like, cut that off.
Yeah.
How do you keep a
So
beard
what do you-
soft? Because I
There's-
know it depends on the hair texture.
Yep, hair texture, and like you said, beard oils. I think beard oils do a lot, and there's even beard brushes. So you brush it,
Oh yeah, I've
and
seen.
then it just keeps it nice and smooth instead of straggly going crazy.
It's
yeah.
that rounded brush.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen that happen.
Does
Keep
it
in
help
the
you grow
car.
a beard too?
You have some missing spots of it. Oh yeah, you there's one right there. Does it not grow like in like those spots
Right here?
there? Uh huh.
I'm lucky that I even have this.
I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Are there ways to make beards grow in where? I mean, do you have
no.
some elixirs that you mix up?
Some
and-
fibers.
he can add some beard to you.
True.
I love that. That is so cool. But
Yeah.
so trending is just classic beards.
Beards, skin fades. Classic styles never go out of classic. Like, scissor haircut looks really good.
What's that?
Like more like scissor short, where you don't take a buzzer on the
Oh,
So
side.
you
of
just
their hair.
use scissors.
Yeah, just mostly scissors, and those look really good too. Just depending on the style you're going for and the look. Yep. But far as
Do you have anybody that comes to you and says, "Hey, I got dreads, cut them all off," or I've got a
I've-
long hair and they want to go completely
That's
drastic?
been a while. Actually, I had one guy I haven't seen him for years, and I was like, "You look familiar."
Yeah, you cut my hair the last time I got a cut.
Oh, I forgot how many years it's been, and he had super long hair. He's like, "Buzz it all off. Give me a 0 fade." I said, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah." So I took the buzzer and I buzzed it off. It's on my Instagram page. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's big difference. Now he comes in like every 3 weeks. I was like, "Bro, don't never let your hair grow out that long again."
So you
Yeah.
prefer it to? I mean, because you would just have to you'd be cutting just scissor cut on long hair at
Yep.
that point.
Yep.
Man, oh man.
That's
So-
interesting.
So trending is just
Classic.
classic,
Classic.
which is
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
classics is
classics is the way to
yeah,
go.
and also trending is the mobile barber cuts.
Right.
Yep.
So,
So is
let
the line thing out? Like the line?
The hard line.
Yeah.
I get hard parts.
Hard
People
parts, that's right. I
yeah,
used to
that's
do a
a
hard part.
You
Yeah.
used to, yeah.
You comb over your hair and put a nice line in it. That looks good too.
I feel like
Yeah.
that can that can be part of a classic cut.
Yeah.
It's just more it's just
Yeah.
more of a dominant
Uh,
visual
Mm-hmm.
part there.
Yeah. My son used to get that. My oldest. He's got mad curly hair. So it'd just be like a whole bunch of curls over this way and a hard part.
that's when my oldest is. He's also 12 years old. He's
Yeah.
got a big old mop. He just sits there. He's like, "Yeah, style my hair." I said, "I'm not styling that. I'll cut it. I'll cut it for you."
He's like, I'm in the cutting
mornings.
business.
Yeah. So
That's what I do.
yeah, just a big old mop just sitting there.
Yeah,
Really
and it's like
crazy.
in their face.
Yeah.
It's
That's-
like, how do you
That's
even?
a younger
how do you
teenage.
see?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the whole point. They don't want to see and they
Oh.
don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I said,
So-
"Bro."
So you have a 12 and a 5-year-old.
I have
Boys?
a 12-year-old boy. My daughter just turned 8 this past Wednesday, and then my youngest is 5.
Nice.
Yeah, both of the boys are doing tackle football, and my daughter wants to do soccer, but it's hectic now with football.
You're
Time,
like, can
time,
you play
time.
football with your brothers
Yeah,
instead?
right. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Throw her in there.
She can be the kicker.
right.
I mean, she could be a tackle. She's
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Tackle the 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
True. She's probably bigger than them.
yeah.
There you go. I love that.
Yeah.
So your family's here. That's really awesome.
Yep. Family's here.
What's your favorite cut for yourself?
For myself, summertime, I buzz it off. I get tired of putting product in my hair and just
Who cuts
style
your
it.
hair?
I usually
I was
just
gonna
hop
say,
around.
You don't do it yourself?
There's times, not really. I'd rather go to a buddy shop and just chit chat with them, see how
Yeah.
things are going, and support them as well.
Get some recon.
Yeah, see what they're up to.
So,
Support them.
yeah,
a little
what's
smack.
going on over here?
Yeah.
You guys
Hey,
busy?
You got any clients over here?
Yeah. Did I steal anybody?
I'm sure your schedule's open. I'm stopping in now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, nah. Yeah,
That's fun.
Just go around. Yeah.
And in the
Summertime- wintertime, I just messy, jaggy on top, like a low to a mid fade on the sides. Just for easy peasy. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time. That's the real question. How much time do you have to spend with your hair to style it in the morning? You know,
Yeah.
everyone
True.
has more time.
Don't grow a beard if you can't like take care of it.
Yep.
Because I see some beards.
Yeah.
Oh. Mm.
Woof.
You're like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
They're like
bro."
down to here. I mean, I appreciate that, but at least like give it like
Some kind of shape. Act. Yeah.
take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maintenance.
Maintenance is
Some
good.
maintenance. Yep.
Awesome.
Alright.
So how do people find you, Smiley?
Oh, yes.
SRQ Mobile Barber on Instagram. Same thing on Facebook.
SRQ Mobile Barber.
Yep. You
Instagram,
can just-
Facebook, website.
Not website, not just
No,
yet.
okay.
Maybe I think I have just a smaller website. I think it's SRQ Mobile Barber.
He says,
.com.
just call me.
Yeah.
I'm old school.
Yeah.
And all
Working on it. Working on it.
Smiley's cuts.
Yep. That's
Look at
it.
that.
Smiley's Cuts or SRQ Mobile Barber.
Bar.
Yep.
Nice.
So find them on the socials. Are you on the TikTok at all?
Not so much.
Okay,
No.
that's cool.
Nope.
Instagram
Oh, I
and
like the
Facebook. That's
bus.
really where you need to
There's the
be.
bus.
The
Yeah.
buzz.
That's the
Yeah.
bus.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
doing a little kitty.
Yep. We do them.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kid is so cute.
Yeah. So.
There's the bus.
It's very nicely done. You did a great job.
Yes.
I'm excited. Definitely. Like I said, something for the grooms.
So
and
good.
Yeah. It's always
Awesome. Well, that's great. So SRQ Mobile Barber.
On
Okay.
Instagram. Yep.
Instagram, Facebook.
hmm
And then Smiley's Cuts. You can find them there as well. Um,
Or if you're a wedding vendor, you can book him too, but you can see him in action at the Swell event in October.
yeah. And he's part of Swell. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Wedding vendors.
Hook up.
Hook your boy up. Say what's up. So, speaking of trending,
Yes.
let's talk about some trending things. So,
I'm already following you personally.
there you go. Good job.
Check.
cool.
Good job.
Heck yeah.
So, trending, we actually saw this, which
I
was really cool.
Yes. And it's funny because I think we both saw it at the same time.
Yes.
Literally, we texted it to each other simultaneously
Mhm.
almost.
Yeah. So instead of, all right, so let me just break it down for you. Instead of, so you know how you get engaged.
Yes.
You get engaged.
Yes.
You set a date, and then
Yes.
what's the next step?
Save the date with
You
everybody
send
else.
out a save the date, so you can set it to. Oh,
Sorry. Yeah.
He's like,
Damn.
oh, somebody needs a cut.
Yep. He's got to get. If you have to get going, I know you have a cut it in about 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
so well that's okay. If you need to head out, feel free. You're
Okay.
good.
Cool.
But
Awesome. So.
but yeah, the save the date is the next step,
Yes.
and you always send out like a mailer with like a postcard with
Yeah.
like a photo of you and your partner
Mhm.
to save the date in Sarasota. You need to head out, my friend.
I gotta.
All right.
All right,
he's
buddy.
got hair to
Yeah,
cut.
Thank you so much
Thanks
once
for
again,
being here.
Smiley
Hey.
from Smiley's
Yay.
Mobile Barber,
Thank you
Smiley's
for having
Cuts.
me. Can I get a quick
Oh
selfie with
yeah,
you guys?
selfie.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's see. Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Perfect.
Awesome.
We did it.
I'll be sending you a little snippet of this too.
We'll tag
Thank
you.
you.
All
I
the good stuff.
appreciate you guys.
Thanks,
Thank
good to see you.
Yeah, same here.
So yeah, so after after engagement, there's save the date.
Yep.
And really the save the date, the purpose of that is so that everybody can go ahead and put it on their calendars, especially if the date is popular or it's a holiday or something of that nature. So that makes a difference.
Yes.
So everybody usually sends a magnet, a postcard, like something in the mail.
But do
Or
something
digital,
different.
like website kind of thing. Yes. I think this is an awesome idea.
So, yeah, do a
And it's
video.
sexy,
Do a video.
right?
Do a video. Now, obviously, we saw this on social media. It was really well done. So obviously, they had a videographer do it, and yeah, I feel like doing a save the date video, sending it out to all of your people. But I guess in that sense, would you send it to an email? Would you send it through social media? Like, how would you send it to people? Because if it's an older, like if it's your grandparents, they're not necessarily going to be like savvy on technical.
True. And I did see that comment. So for me, I would start my own wedding
Website.
Instagram.
Okay, Instagram. Instagram. Oh,
Yeah, I would go Instagram because you can always go back and find me on Insta. Like, it's easier, I feel like. The websites are like really long and convoluted, and you got to remember like what they named it. If we had like John and Sue wedding 11/11, you can find that
Have your
on
own
Instagram
Instagram page.
for your wedding. That's private, and then you invite who you want to invite, and then you put the video up. You can put directions on there. You can put links to certain things. You can put a lot of stuff on an Instagram, and everybody can go back to it and check it out and see it and get the vibe and whatever that might be. I feel like that's a holding spot for it. And people can also hashtag for the wedding, and
True.
it goes back to that, and they can tag you.
Okay.
For me, that's how I would do it. I'm not big on the whole website because I feel like the websites are just, they're harder to navigate and remember and everything. And then for your grandparents and people that don't have Instagram, send them a little cute postcard with the photo of you. Don't send them the sexy video.
Sexy video, yeah.
Because that video is good. The elevator scene is my favorite part.
So the video that we're talking about is actually from the Knot.
Yeah.
Well, at least they got that.
They're the ones that
They're the
sent
ones
it
that
out.
posted it,
Yeah.
posted this video.
There's probably the originators on there somewhere.
Yeah. Let's see if they have the
Give them a shout out.
Brandy Burrows and Jake Miller.
Okay. Hello, Brandy Burrows and Jake Miller.
They're out of they're out of Los Angeles.
Okay.
Let's
Congratulations.
I don't even think of looking at this. Chapter 1, Forever and Then Some. These photos are amazing.
They are.
Very cool.
We'll post a link up on our Instagram and stuff for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the way that they do it, it's very cinematonic or
cinematographic.
yeah, cinema.
I can't think of
So it's cinematic.
cinematographic, cinematonic,
We need drinks.
hippopotamus.
Am I crooked letter I? So it's cinematic. I almost forgot the word
Jeez.
again. Cinematic, and it looks like they're just hanging out. It just looks like the camera's following them on like a date night where they're just
They're having a
having
great
intimate
time.
moments. They're having a great time. They're, running about the city, and it really is just like, and it could be different for everybody. It could be maybe you guys like, dancing. Maybe you like to go out on the boat. Maybe you like to play golf or whatever. You could make fun into any of those things and have a videographer follow you and put together your save the date. Or it could even be at your venue. So say you're getting married at Lake Ranch Golf and Country Club and you like to golf, go there.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the last part where it looks like they're overlooking their reception location. And it would be really cool if that's a pan into their wedding video with their panning, and then it cuts to them overlooking and all their guests are there in that spot.
Well, it helps that Jake Miller looks like he's an artist. He's a singer.
Oh.
So
He's a cutie. It's a gorgeous couple.
he's
Yeah.
yes, very, very, yeah. He's starting the Note to Self tour.
Okay, so check out him. What does she do?
She,
Giving you all the details y'all didn't think you needed.
I don't know. Maybe she's a influencer of some sort.
Okay.
Yeah. I have no
So,
idea.
I love the video idea.
I mean,
of
I
a
just
save the
love
date.
video in general.
Yeah, video is big for me too.
I mean, I love photos. I'm actually having Jonathan, Mr. Pajak, Jonathan Pajak from
You should just
Lens.
hire me. I
Lens-
took really great photos.
You did take great photos. Lens Culture Photography. He's going to come out and shoot some headshots for TLS. We're doing
The facelift.
We're doing a facelift, yes. And so he's going to do some new headshots and photos. But I also love video. Video is so huge because you get to see it. You get the emotion of it.
And you can hear voices that
You
you
get to hear voices.
Yeah.
There's just
Just-
everything.
yeah.
So, if you're planning your wedding, obviously photo is probably number one. I would highly, highly recommend considering video,
Absolutely.
even if it's just for, gosh,
Even if it's just for like ceremony and your entrances.
I don't even. I mean, yeah, because you want the Gosh,
I say hire them for the whole time.
I
Honestly.
would most likely, and I know photographers are gonna hate me for this. I'm sorry, y'all. I love you. I would definitely. I know photography for up to like the party.
There's only so many party photos you can
Right.
take. Yeah.
And
I
and
agree
they
with
they
that.
would probably, I would say photography
They
would
agree.
agree as well. So like after
They get
sunset
tired
photos, and all of those things, you really don't like. You really, yes, you want to get some like party photos, but I feel like that is translated better into video.
Yeah. And I would say, okay, so say after dinner and then you open up the dance floor and it starts to get, I would try to, hit it quick and kind of start getting, not so that it dies, but I would try to like do something that hypes them up really early and then obviously continue that hype on. And you can do that with TLS Entertainment, just throwing that out there.
Hey.
But you capture like maybe 30, 45 minutes of all of that. But people also have to get a little bit more saucy.
Yes.
And on the dance floor, so you may need an hour depending on your people. And then the photographer, unless you're doing a send-off of some kind or whatever, but that can be also captured in video. And you can take stills from video.
Sure.
So for me, I agree. Video should be until the end of the night. And all my couples will tell you, I do tell them a sad story. I don't mean to tell a sad story, but my mom is no longer with me, my brother and my stepfather, and his parents are no longer with us either. So video for us is very important because we can pop in our wedding video and be like, oh.
And then they
that's
give
what
like
they sound
toasts
like.
and
Yeah, and they did like little, and they were asked to give like congratulatories. So they were kind of pulled off to the side. We asked for them, all of our family, like immediate family parents, to be pulled off to the side and kind of given like a little like, well wishes kind of speech on camera. So we have all of those.
Okay.
And
That's
it just means more when you can hear voices and reactions, and it's just photos capture a certain level. Video takes that second level up.
Yeah. Get more emotion with it.
Yep.
So
Video save the date.
So a video saved the date.
Oh,
New idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
I think it was funny that we both were thinking about it.
Yeah, well, we both saw it. So, and before we wrap up, before we wrap up, well, actually, no, that's it. Yeah, no, I've got nothing. You got anything else?
No. Where are you at coming up this weekend?
Pal Crosley.
Your favorite?
I like Pal Crosley. Yeah, Pal Crosley and Baker's Ranch, and Lakewood Ranch for a quinceañera.
I'll be there.
Yes, you're coming. Yay!
Photo booth.
Yes. Yes, I was going to text you. I wasn't sure what dates I gave you. Okay, yes. It's going to be a fun one. Quinceañera on Saturday with DJ Luis.
Hablo español.
Jeez.
I can practice. Practicar mi español.
And then Esplanade of Lakewood Ranch as well. We've got a wedding.
Okay.
So Carolina, Luis and I, and then Terry and I have a new DJ, Terry.
Okay.
Will be working with me at Powell, and then Luis will be at Baker's. So
I don't think I've met Luis yet either.
not yet, but you will on Saturday.
And you're done at Molly's or no? You have any more Molly nights?
Not right now, just because now we're in wedding season, and yeah.
Okay.
So like I'm on standby on Fridays,
Okay.
but for the most part, I've got like events already. So that's it. Is that it?
Awesome.
That's it.
That's it.
Awesome.
That's a wrap for number 32.
Well, people, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been awesome for listening. Thank you for listening if you are listening, and thank you for watching us on the YouTubes.
If you're
watching. Again, this is The Scoop, Weddings Unveiled, Tim Schaus, TLS Entertainment, your premier DJ, and of course, the beautiful, wonderful Brandy Harlan, your non-retired wedding planner.
Peace and chicken grease.